Hey guys, today I got a challenge for us. Can we reach Exodar, the capital city of the Draenei, without taking any Mage Portal, Flight Path, Summoning Stone or boat? Pretty much. Are we able to reach it by swimming or flying on our own mount? Let's see how it goes. We are right now flying straight out from Kalimdor to where HMS Isle is located. And now we're supposed to have reached it, at least according to our map, but look around us, there is nothing here. Why? The reason for this is that HMS and Exodar aren't actually in Azeroth, like it seems. They are in Outland. What? Outland? That seems odd, but I can prove it. If you open the Azeroth world map and you mouse just underneath HMS, it says Outland, and clicking on it brings you to the Outland map. That's weird, right? Standing in HMS and tracking a lore walking quest that want me to go to the Dark Portal is giving me a guiding arrow on my map, and that leads straight to the ocean. Okay. And if you swim out from Asia Mist, you see a reflection of mountains in the ocean. But there's also one reflection where we can't see any nearby mountains. I use a scroll of storytelling to see through the ocean if there is something hidden nearby or underneath that the shadow belongs to, but there is nothing there. So I bet this shadow belongs to Shadowmoon. And also, taking a flight path from Kalimdor to Exodar will bring us through an Outland loading screen, instead of just being a smooth ride. So I can say we're almost certain that Exodar belongs to Outland, but to really prove it, in case you're still skeptical, I'm going to use the new feature Blizzard added for party members, which means you can see other people in your party from endless range, as long as you both are in the same zone. Dolly will be swimming from Asia Mist, while I myself will fly from Outland, and we will hopefully be able to see her from this other continent the moment our zones align. Of course there are going to be some issues. We can't fly straight out from Hellfire. There are plenty of visible walls in the way, which we have to deal with. So we head to Shadowmoon Valley to have a point where we can breach through them. And the specific location we're going to is near Black Temple. Here, we're going to use Cushion toys to skip past all the invisible walls. These toys are obtained during Wind's Whale, and they can also be brought on the auction house. I think there are newer similar items which can be used to break through these walls, but I don't really remember the name of those. Now, after passing the walls, we have a big problem. We can't fly here. We get instantly dismounted when we try to dragon ride, and we can't use the Director Soar ability, the Monk Flying Cloud ability, even the Engineering Gnomish Gravity Well doesn't work. So it seems like most things giving us altitude is malfunctioning. We are quite grounded. So we are gonna push forward with our ground mounts to the back of the temple. And now it's time for some wall climbing, or rather said a mountain climbing. We are of course going to use Demon Hunters for this. And why Demon Hunters? Because double jump and glide are the perfect tools. We aim to get stuck on some pixels, and then jump forward, higher and higher, and making our way up the mountain. It takes a lot of time to learn this strategy, and if a lot of you guys want, I could make a separate video on it. When we finish climbing to certain checkpoints, we use a Swap Blaster to bring my Death Knight higher. You'll probably wonder why I even go with a Death Knight if I have my Demon Hunter, but the reason is this item. We're gonna use the Dark Moon Cannon. It is the only item I know that's able to shoot us further up in the air at a location you can't use flying mounts. I really hope this, along with the Goblin Glider, is enough to bring us into the same zone as Dolly, allowing us to see her from Exodar.
Go now, start going.
Okay, go.
Too much better glider.
I can see you, that's so cool. I might die soon though, I'm starting to get a bit below.
So it actually works. We can see our teammate out here. A very long distance away, but at least we got proof that we're in the same world. So does this mean we can reach Exodar from Outland somehow? Perhaps if we had more height or some other tools? Well, first things first. According to challenge, we are stuck in Kalimdor. And how can we even reach Outland if we can't take the boat or a Mage Portal from here? The solution is of course to steal a ride on top of the Horde Zeppelins in Orgrimmar, and this will bring us to Strangathorn. Then we simply fly to the Dark Portal. It's not a Mage Portal per se, so it doesn't break any rules. And then we're in Outland again. And now we're going back to Shadowmoon to keep trying to get further. And I did notice something after a few tries that really helped out. It is that my Gnomish Gravity Well started to work, after I got far enough away from the invisible walls at Shadowmoon. And you know what this means, right? If the gravity well works out here, I think flying mount should also work. And that means a druid could maybe flight form and fly all the way to Exodar. That'd be interesting, but I would need the Darkmoon cannon. Thankfully, the Darkmoon event is active at the moment of recording this video, so I only have to spend like maybe an hour or two to achieve the Powermonger achievement, which is required to obtain the cannon. If you're also interested in obtaining it, there are plenty of guides or tutorials online how to succeed in the race. My biggest advice to you is to skip as much of the track as possible, as well as learning how the Powermonger abilities work. Anyway, now with the cannon, we can do the same thing as I did with my Death Knight, and let us see how it goes.
I have more range now.
I'm waiting until the landscape starts to turn white, until I press my flight form.
Okay, I'm up on there. Through the wall. Can't see anything, it's horrifying. I am flying forward though. So I think I'm at the edge now.
After flying some minutes, we are sadly approaching the edge, as you'll see on my minimap. It is one of those invisible walls that are hard to skip with in-game means. There's also not really any space here to drop a cushion. I tried to use a scroll of storytelling to scout through it, but this just dismounted me, and when I returned to my flight form, my travel form activated instead. Ouch. When I glided into the wall, I got completely stuck. And even worse, this wall was actually disconnecting me about once every 10 seconds, so my druid is completely screwed, and I'm stuck in a DC endless loop again, like always. Okay, but what if we get to this invisible wall from the other side, from Exodar, and then help my druid through with a 2-man mount? Should be quite simple, right? As long as we can find a way to fly while coming from Aegîs, I think it's worth a shot. Okay, so what do we need from this side? First, we have big issues with fatigue, which will surely kill us. But there is a way through this. It's an old school trick I've used before, which is to cast Mass Resurrection in a party. When resurrected, the fatigue bar is completely reset, so you can rest each other in intervals and keep exploring permanently, as long as both of you aren't dead at the same time. And after minutes of swimming, I'm sad to say, there seems to be another invisible wall from this side too.
Oh, it's edge. Oh. Can we fly here somehow?
Still no flying out here, I'm afraid.
Can I see myself from Outland? No.
We managed to swim quite far, but just like before, this wall is one of those that are hard to pass through, and you get stuck in them.
I can't cast now. Oh, I don't. Yeah, I see.
So we tried to venture to the bottom of the ocean. We also tried to break through the wall with cushions and other tricks, but nothing really worked.
What the hell? What's happening? What's happening?
But there's something odd going on here. You see, every time we summon a companion or friend NPC, they instantly die.
I don't think so. What, it does?
This phenomenon I haven't seen before. But this still doesn't bring us closer to our goal of reaching Exodar. We have tried both sides and it seems everywhere there's invisible walls. So is there no way for us to complete the challenge? Well, there's one last chance that I'm imagining, and that is by manipulating the game's respawn logic. If we die in the Twisting Nether, the game will throw our corpse to the default Alliance graveyard, which is Westfall. Since Twisting Nether is not bound to a specific zone, the game cannot find an appropriate graveyard to set us to. But what if we manage to find a zone out here? What if we somehow found a small part of the Twisting Nether that belonged to Aegîs or Bloodmist, and then if we die on that spot, we force the game to throw us to the graveyard near Exodar? We just have to find that buggy location somewhere out in the Twisting Nether. And after a bit of research, I came to this small part of the southeast of Outland, and then... we did it. We made it to Aegîs. now we simply corpse rest and we're on our way to Exodar. It is interesting because my scream showed us entering the zone Emberglade as I got forces mounted. But Emberglade is here, in the northeastern part of Aegîs. You would expect Silting Shore to have been the zone we discovered, or why not even Bloodmist Isle, since they are both closer to the direction of Outland. But I guess Emberglade covers a much bigger area on the map. Well, we finally made it home to Exodar, and the first thing I agreed to buy is the chat being spammed by boosting services and gold beggars. They said wonderful. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more.